Hello YouTube and welcome back to UK Highland Photography. I'm Strober and this video is the next in a series of videos with regards to ethics in photography. Today we're going to be talking about the American photographer Eddie Adams, who is from New York. Now Eddie Adams, he basically took a photograph of a Viet Cong prisoner being executed by a South Vietnam police officer, and this photograph was to have a major impact on the public's opinion of the war, and this photograph was also to go on to destroy the Brigadier General, which was the police officer of the South Vietnam, and basically went on to destroy his life. Let me just tell you the story, okay? So basically, a Viet Cong member was arrested after he and his death squad went on a rampage in South Vietnam. This rampage included the killing of police officers in addition to their families. Once this captured Viet Cong member was brought before the Brigadier General of the South Vietnam Police, the Brigadier General then, to everyone's surprise, withdrew his revolver pistol and executed the handcuffed Viet Cong on the spot there and then, in front of news cameras and in front of Eddie Adams. Now, Eddie Adams, he claims that this photograph was basically just really a reflex photograph. So he's kind of saying that he didn't intend on actually taking the photograph. It was just like he seen movement and he, reflex up and took it. So he probably seen the Brigadier General reach for his revolver, and as soon as he seen that, he probably just brought it up to take a shot. But he may not have known that what he was going to capture was in fact a true execution of the Viet Cong prisoner. So again, it was just his reflexes according to my research. This is what Eddie did say. However, again, Eddie could not have known what this summary execution photograph was going to do. First of all, this photograph went on to win a Pulitzer Prize. Not only did it win him a Pulitzer Prize, but it also destroyed the life of the Brigadier General, who was the police officer in the photograph. In fact, this is what Eddie says about that photograph in his own words. So listen to this, guys. 2 people died in that photograph: the recipient of the bullet and the Brigadier General. The General killed the Viet Cong. I killed the General with my camera. Still photographs are the most powerful weapons in the world. People believe them, but photographs do lie. Even without manipulation, they are only half-truths. What the photograph did not say was, what would you do if you were the General at that time and place on that hot day, and you caught the so-called bad guy after he blew away 1, 2 or 3 American people. This picture really messed up his life. He never blamed me. He told me if I hadn't taken the picture, someone else would have. But I felt bad for him and his family for a long time. I sent flyers when I heard that he had died and wrote, "I'm sorry, there are tears in my eyes." So you hear that, people? Eddie, basically didn't want that photograph, to do what it did. He didn't want his photograph to cause that much damage, but Eddie's photograph did cause that much damage. As a matter of fact, the Brigadier General became hated everywhere he went. Everywhere he went, people just hated the General. As a matter of fact, even some hospitals refused to give medical treatment to the Brigadier after he was shot because of the way they portrayed him as being the bad guy within Eddie's photograph. And not only that, the Brigadier General, he also moved over to America because he wanted a peaceful life, and he opened up a pizza parlor, and his plan was just basically to have an easier life. But that all changed once people found out who he was. People found out that he was the police officer that executed this Viet Cong in Eddie's photograph, so he was forced to go into early retirement because, again, he was getting all these threats, he had all this hatred thrown towards him because of Eddie's photograph. Also, it could be argued because of his own actions within the photograph. However, we've got to bear in mind that the person he had actually executed had himself executed many of his police officers in addition to their families. So it would be swings and roundabouts with regards to that line of argument. But moving on, when the Brigadier General did die, Eddie Adams was very quickly to make it known to the public that he seen the Brigadier General as being an absolute true hero in spite of how people have portrayed him to be in Eddie's photograph. So basically, guys, there's the story of Eddie Adams and how his reflex photograph had an effect on the general public's opinion with regards to the Vietnam War. Remember to subscribe to the channel and check out the online shop over at www.ukhighland.com. And in the next video, we will be having a look at more examples of ethics in photography. Right guys, I've been Strober and I'll catch you all later.